at this point. That one has been running since exactly 3. If he went in to punch in, why are they punching in at 3 and not out here inspecting vehicles? Why are they running? It is a 30-second drive to the school from this location. That's it. It's a left to exit the park or the motor pool. It's a right to climb 1 block, and it's a left to get onto the main street. You go 3rd to Main and down Main, or I believe it would be east on Main, past the grocery store, post office, until you're at the school. And they sit in a rounded lot to wait for kids from approximately 3:15. Well, I know it's going to be at least 3:20, because I know Mark used to say it was a 3:30 let out, but it was always 3:45 when he got to the car, and I picked him up directly, so we'll see. But again, pardon me for a moment. I need to step inside and advise my wife that she may want to put on her oxygen and head out to the room. Our room is the farthest away from the idling buses. We're in the far northwest corner of the house. Our windows do not face this motor park, and she has oxygen in place. Here comes driver number 2. I know that vehicle. Time now is 3:15 p.m. Central Standard Time on January 3rd, 2021. That is a white Nissan, or gray Nissan Murano. It's one of the 2 colors. I have a hard time seeing it because it's a little distance out from here, and the sun's working against me. But that should be her truck. No, it may not have been. Never mind. Delay that. I'll be right back. I need to go advise my wife. Looks like we're out to 20 minutes and 27 seconds now. So the buses have been idling. 3 buses at high speed idle now for 24 minutes total. I believe the puffing law would start at number 1 there, or the far left one there. The first one started. I'm going to walk the line real quick, see if I hear any others running, and I also wanted to kind of take a look to see if I see any other cars parked. No, here comes. This is the guy, and the reason why I kind of avoid the contacts with him is this is the guy that's always physically threatening my wife. And I mean, in earlier video, and I'll demonstrate it here. Looks like he's adding a window wash. Like I said, as long as he can see, that's all he cares about. Notice buses get warmer, they're emitting more smoke, and they definitely smell. And I'm ingesting fumes at this point. We do have a second driver approaching. What usually happens in instances like this is we don't see a lot of driving activity. Sometimes the bus will come out and he'll do starts with people, but he does drive a short bus, so I think he might be out on his emails at the time too. These are the good old boys. These are the ones that give us all the problems. These are the ones that lie to us. The gentleman who started the buses in that weird blue jacket, he's the one that he'll flex his arm out like he's going to physically intimidate my wife. Okay, the female driver's coming now, so we now have 3 buses going. So there is a female, and she must be properly parked. Imagine that. Where's she going? She works bus number 2, which is already running for her. Isn't that nice? She's going to have a nice warm feet. And being we're at 23 minutes, that bus has been running now for 19, approximately. That was the second vehicle started at 2:58. It's now 3:20. So that bus has been running 22 minutes. The other one's been running 24. And the third bus has now been running exactly 20 minutes. You can't see out the back windows of the bus. I could not see her into the seat of that bus. It is so dirty. That is a violation of state law. So again, the crew's over there, and out here speaking directly at the buses that are over here. And I'm trying to capture as much of this as peaceful as possible. And I like seeing buses, drivers who are different buses. I shouldn't be out here reducing what I was going to promise. Apparently, looks like he finished adding fluid. I think the boss must have came and got it, walked it out for him. Yeah, there he goes. Time now is 3:22. He is taking it out of low or high idle, and he's in gear. Again, did anybody inspect brake lights? Did anybody inspect tail lights? Did anybody inspect turn signal or emergency flashers on the front of the vehicle? No. Looks like Ernie has to do some sub-driving today, and he's entering the very first bus that was driven. That was 989 AVM, and 914 AVM is on the go too. Shocked she can't see me sitting right behind her, but I'm not shocked. I don't know why, but they seem to only be running 3 buses. She's off high idle. There goes a large puff of smoke down the hill into my house and onto my land. And West End Bus District RE bus number 2 is now mobile. And the original starting bus is now gone, or getting ready to depart. The time now is 3:22 p.m. I'm guessing they got a sick driver because the lady in the Murano usually comes. I have to wonder if what kind of damage COVID is doing to the structure. Bus is still on high idle. Bus is still emitting large amounts of white smoke. It's being kind of clandestinely covered by the items over there, but it's still going. I have 26 minutes of film now. The state law again is 5 minutes on school property. I would say that's school property. Their bus parked there, they lock it there, it's serviced by school property employees. And when I complained about a Reams Brothers construction dump truck being on the property, they had to move it. So it was 3 buses running. The ending time now is, bye Leroy, yeah, Ernie, have fun, safe driving. Mind you, it's 48 degrees out right now. The time 3:23 p.m. The last bus that left was just started at 2:56. The next to the last bus that left was started at 3, and the one before that was started at 2:58. It's now, like I said, 3:23 on January 3rd, 2022. School lets out at 3:30. Those buses will not start to load until 3:30. They're even up there idling. They could be inspected, and I think this is where they get around the inspection, is they're saying that's where they do it. No. You need to inspect the vehicle in the motor pool before it hits the street. And I remember that from working with my grandpa and even the bus garages I work for in northern Minnesota. You do not leave this property or even anticipate that you're signing on as an active duty driver until that vehicle's been inspected with lights. You do a minimal brake function check, even emergency brakes, and you make sure that your railroad flashers and arm extensions are serviceable and working. They did none of that. They walk in, they shut the door, they hit the gear and go. Because the one employee who drives that truck over there, and his vehicle number is, I don't care if I publicize this one because he earns it, he yells at my wife. 362Y. BTV. 362 BTV. I think that's the Leroy. I'm not sure on their names. I don't care. Again, they yell at my wife. They're rude. And the boss is just horrendous. But it looks like today they've only got 3 drivers, and this is one of their complaints, is they're short on drivers, and I know one must be sick. I was hoping to see the lady. There's a lady, one of the ladies drives with her grandchild, and I don't believe it's that one. No, we'll be watching for the return, because even partially that child's not supposed to be on the bus. So I'm going to be watching for returns here in about 20 minutes, and thanks for watching. Just the final timestamp. Now the ketones are finally clearing out of the yard, and it's 3:26. That's the afternoon. I overslept this morning, by the way. I have to get up at 5:30 because that guy comes in, that very same truck, approximately 5:45. The first bus will start off about 5:50, and then he goes and does the 3, and he does a minimal check, and then he'll go in, and I think that's when he does his time clock. That's what I mean. I think somebody's in there doing clock for him, but he's usually early enough to do his swipe in time right. And then he hits the road before 6 because he's got to get out to Paradox, and he's the last one in. So that's what I think Leroy Hasingham do. That's it for this one, and the time total on this is 30 minutes and 31 minutes right on the nose. Approximately 26 minutes of that was done in puffing and illegal idling. Again, to pace it off in front of you for distance reference, I'm 10 feet away from the edge of my house, which I count my porch because that will be closed in, and it's where what captures the diesels. So I'm going to start walking from the corner of my bunny hutch, which is where Bonbon usually sleeps. He's in the house right now, and I'm going to get, I pace out at approximately 36 inches of stride. I trust it. I've done it for years to estimate houses, so, and it's only approximates. Bear with me. I just want to give you an idea of the distance that these exhaust pipes are away from my doors and my house. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's 30 feet, 11, 12, 13. So the last 39 feet of my property are covered with exhaust every afternoon and every morning of every weekday except Friday. Sometimes on Friday when they come here in the afternoon to do maintenance. The alley is approximately 10 feet wide, and the rear of the last bus is approximately 6 feet in from the end of the fence there. And so I take that at 13 stride at 39 feet plus 10 is 49 feet, 6 is 55. But, come on. You run 3 to 7 of them, varying times of the day, and you have no respect for the people that live in this house, the people that live in this neighborhood. He has breathing complications. He has breathing complications to my knowledge. Well, he actually has cancer. She has breathing complications in her 90s. I don't know about the other ones. I think they're healthy. My wife has breathing conditions. She's got COPD. She is a long-termer, but she had breathing issues and was passing out before she got sick. She had diving pulse ox numbers. And I think now that she's been on CPAP and all that and doesn't endure this, I really think it was related to her asthma as far as that. But the kicker is my youngest son, Mark. And in every other place that we live, he's been totally healthy. We quit going to the doctor for Mark's cough because they don't know what it is. And we're tired of hearing that we're stupid and we don't know what we're talking about. I know what it is now, and I have proof. I'm sorry. CO2, carbon monoxide, ketones, diesel exhaust fumes, all the federal regulations on it. I just pasted it off for you, and I'm tired of it. I want to work with West End to try to get this situation resolved, but I believe all of these buses belong out of town. You need to work something out with the state where you can go in on a supervised basis, and those buses are in an area where they can idle if that's what you must do. But we live in an area where the lowest temperature that we see here in the winter is maybe 9 to 10 degrees at night, and it's always up to 35 in the morning. Every one of these buses is of a modern nature. They all come with preheaters, and as you notice from their activity, and hanging on the fences, they are all plugged in. They don't need the preheater. That is there to warm their feet, and that's it. That's all I got for today. I'm at 35 minutes. I'll split this into 2 videos, and it'll be on the playlist that I have for later. Thank you for watching. Again, it is 3:30ish approximately. I'm wrapping up anyway, and I'll be back out in about, I'm going to check back in about 20 minutes because the first 2 buses usually come back by 4. So we'll be watching. I want to watch for the child that crosses the motor pool. It's usually pretty regular, and she'll be exiting right there if that's the case. So we'll see. Bye.